5 things to do when someone loses interest in you. When someone starts to lose interest in you, it can be a challenging and painful experience. However, there are ways to handle the situation with grace and self-respect. Here are 5 things you can do when someone loses interest in you. 1. Give them space. Giving the person space is crucial when they start to lose interest. It allows them the opportunity to reflect on their feelings without feeling pressured. You might think that giving them space will make you lose them, but begging for attention or affection won't help either. In fact, it can make you appear desperate, and desperation often leads to doubt. When you're desperate, you may not think or act right. Instead, calm down and give them the space they need. By doing so, you allow them to reflect on their own without pressure. Trying to influence their decision will likely backfire, either pushing them further away or causing them to love you out of pity. Giving them space gives them the opportunity to evaluate the situation and potentially recognize your value. Sometimes, people need time to process their feelings, and they may return on their own terms if they regain interest. 2. Don't chase after them. It can be tempting to chase after someone who has lost interest in you, but this will only drive them further away. Instead, focus on maintaining your dignity and self-respect. Chasing after someone who no longer wants to be with you will only make you feel worse about yourself. By choosing not to pursue them, you maintain your self-respect and demonstrate that your happiness doesn't depend solely on their validation. It also sends a message that you value yourself enough not to beg for affection. People tend to respect those who respect themselves, so resisting the urge to chase can actually make them reconsider their waning interest. Instead, focus on standing firm in your value and giving them the opportunity to make their own decision about the relationship. 3. Avoid self-blame. When someone pulls away or loses interest, it's natural to reflect on what went wrong. Often, this leads to blaming yourself for their change in behavior. However, relationships are complex, and the fading of interest is not always a reflection of your actions. People's feelings change for various reasons, many of which have little to do with you personally. Avoid falling into the trap of self-criticism. While it's helpful to evaluate the relationship for any areas of improvement, don't allow yourself to be consumed by guilt. Remember that both partners in a relationship are responsible for its dynamics, and sometimes, despite your best efforts, things simply don't work out. Understand that this shift may not be a result of your shortcomings, but of natural changes in feelings or circumstances. 4. Focus on yourself. When someone loses interest in you, it's easy to feel down about yourself and start questioning your worth. Instead of dwelling on these negative thoughts, focus on taking care of yourself. Invest your time in the things that make you happy, whether it's hobbies, career goals, friendships, or personal growth. By doing this, not only will you distract yourself from the pain of the situation, but you'll also strengthen your sense of self-worth. Often, when someone is deeply invested in another person, they tend to overlook the relationship's red flags. Focusing on yourself gives you the clarity to evaluate whether the relationship was truly serving your happiness. Moreover, by cultivating your own interests, you create a life that isn't entirely dependent on another person's attention or affection. 5. Allow them to come back. If someone pulls away, it's important to give them the space and freedom to return on their own terms, if they genuinely want to. Don't rush to welcome them back with open arms without first considering whether they're coming back for the right reasons. If they do return, ensure that they've reflected on their reasons for leaving and that they are ready to recommit. Don't make it easy for them to slip back into the relationship without demonstrating that they value your presence. Allow them to earn your attention again and prove that they're serious about the relationship moving forward. This prevents them from thinking they can come and go as they please, treating your affection as something that's always available, no matter how they treat you. Letting them come back without immediately rushing into things will also help you determine whether they truly care or if they're simply returning out of convenience. If they don't come back, it's a sign that the relationship wasn't meant to be, and you can move forward with peace of mind, knowing you didn't force something that wasn't meant to last. In conclusion, when someone loses interest, it can be a painful experience, but how you respond can influence the outcome. Giving them space, resisting the urge to chase, avoiding self-blame, focusing on yourself, and letting them come back if they choose are 5 essential steps that can help you maintain your dignity and protect your heart. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who is as committed to you as you are to them. If their interest fades, it may be a blessing in disguise, guiding you towards someone who will value and cherish you fully. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more.